coverage you play. They're just too good, and they figure you out. There's not a coverage he has never seen. But you can put 2 on him if you want. You getting up a 3, or you giving up a lob, or you giving up a layup to another player. So, you go into the game saying we're going to try several things. There's a good chance that none of them work, right? It just is what it is. But we want to play fast. We want to run it down. We want to make them work on the other end. And you got to hope that you can play fast enough and create shots and make shots, because you got to be able to shoot it out with teams like that. And if you can't, chances are you're gonna lose the game.
In the game, how do you balance those changes? What's kind of the process you go? Okay, you've got your coverages and the things you're going through, and then balance that with your guys, like trying to keep them up or keep them engaged when he's not missing a shot.
A lot of things go into it. Foul trouble for one goes into it. We start off the game not going on him. Just kind of digging it. Now, if DA picks up a quick foul, boom, we got to go. Who's playing? Who's on their team? Who's in their rotation? Do they have their starters in there with all the knockdown shooters, or do they got a couple other players that you can kind of check their temperature that night? If they do, boom, maybe you start being a little more aggressive. So there's just so many different things that go into it. Those decisions in real time, as the game is actually going on. But yeah, that dude is he's a 2-time MVP for a reason. He's one of the best we ever gonna see playing this game, and doing what he does. So I don't like going to these games saying like, man, if we don't hold Joker down, we got no chance. I can't do that. That'd be really kind of unrealistic, to be honest with you. So, for the most part, I thought we played pretty good. That team is better than we are, and they're world champions. And I look here, we shoot 100 shots in the game, We made some threes in the second half, which was good, but the team is they was just better, man.
How do you think Chris looked in his time with the starting unit?
Yeah, I thought he was okay. He did what Chris does. He has some rebounds in there. He does a pretty good job in closeout situations, catching and going and catching, things like that. It was a Chris Murray game. I thought he played good.
Have you had a conversation with him about being more aggressive? It seemed like in this role he looked for a shot maybe more than he has when he's come in recently.
Yeah, well, when I talked to him earlier today, when I told him I was going to start him, I just told him, I said, Chris, just play your game, man. Play your game, be aggressive. The ball's probably going to find you. And just attack and be ready to go. No matter what happens. Whether you missing, making, don't even matter. Don't change how you play. Just keep playing aggressive and have fun, And I thought he did play aggressive in the game today.
When you're playing as big as you kind of were with the starting lineup, with Ant being the smallest guy there, all the wings and DA, it seemed like you guys are flooding on the offensive glass a lot. Stylistically, if you can play that big, is that kind of the idea of what you want to do, is attack the offensive glass like that regularly?
I would love to. Especially, I think, for a team like ours, who a lot of times we're playing young out there. If we can't have that type of size, we struggle to score, and we don't have the best shooting team in the NBA. So we need to find other ways to get baskets. And I think going to the offensive glass is one of them. It's been a pretty good weapon for us. Ironically, most people think differently, but when you do go to the offensive glass, you usually slow teams down on the other side because they're so worried about blocking you out. So that's almost kind of helps our form of transition defense as well. We've kind of focused on that all year long, no matter who's out there playing. But naturally, when you got a bigger lineup, you got a chance to have a little more success. I mean, shoot, man, we get 18 offensive rebounds in the game. That's a big number, So that's just one of the areas that we try to exploit.
All
right?
Good.
All right. Thank you.